Disinfecting my countertops with a Clorox wipe before I start to cook. For safety, making sure that my oven is clean and clear before I start cooking. Sharpening my knife, just in case I cut myself. It's a clean cut, and it doesn't tear the skin. Making sure my hands are clean before I start to cook. For my stove and oven preparation, I'll be using a sheet pan with a layer of tin foil, and I'll be spraying this canola oil on top, just a light coat, and then I'm heating my oven to 350 and press bake 350, start, and you're ready to go. Measuring out 1/3 cup of olive oil, and I'm getting down, filling it up so I can see perfectly where my line is level. One-third cup. I'll be measuring out 1/3 cup Parmesan cheese in my liquid measuring cups because I do not have dry measuring cups. So I'll be doing the same thing, getting down. I don't want to shake it so I don't make it settle, so I'm going to do the best I can to measure it out. It's about 1/3 cup spread out, and I don't want to shake it so it doesn't level. I needed 2 teaspoons of melted butter, so I used my stick of butter. It's a full stick, and used the graph on the back to measure out and cut 2 tablespoons, and then I melted it in the microwave. So it's one of my wet ingredients. Measuring out 1 teaspoon of my Italian seasoning, my dry measuring cup, which I got perfect. I'm going to use the back of my knife to level out the top. I'll be splitting this piece of cauliflower in half with my chef's knife, holding it in the pinch grip, and I'll be holding this with the bear claw, going straight down the center. Perfect. I'm going to be mincing my first piece of garlic with this garlic press, in which I just push down, and the garlic comes out, and then you just scrape it off with a knife. Alright, what is already mixed in is my butter mixed into my cauliflower, my broccoli, and my carrots. Now putting in my Parmesan cheese. Now mixing in my olive oil, and then my bit of seasoning. And then I'll be mixing all those up, scraping all the sides, all my ingredients to make sure I mix everything up and everything's all well and even. I'll be using my rubber spatula to pick up and move my veggies onto my sheet pan, my spray, in which I'll be roasting in my oven for 350 degrees for 30 minutes, and they'll be ready. All my veggies are baking. I set a timer for 30 minutes. They're in the oven on the middle shelf, spread sideways, all spread out to make sure everything bakes perfectly. It's the final turnout for my vegetables. As you can see, carrots, my cauliflower, my broccoli. Trying some carrots are my favorite. Perfect. That little bit of Parmesan cheese. I can taste the spice. Not too crunchy. Delicious. A little bit of salt. Now we started my cleanup. My first tool I'll be using is my sponge, in which I'll be putting 2 squirts of soap on, running the water a little bit, getting it going. I'll be cleaning my first liquid measuring cup, the inside, making sure I leave no food remnants or anything. Scraping the whole inside, getting the spout and the outside and the handle, as well as my butter bowl that I had, making sure I leave no grease or remnants of that butter, getting the whole inside, the outside, and the bottom. And then my big liquid measuring cup, which had my olive oil, in which I'll be getting the whole inside, as well as the spout, making sure I get everything, leaving no remnants of any food. My next tool, in which I'll be using for cleaning, is a rag. And I use my rag to dry my liquid measuring cups, the outside, the whole inside, making sure that everything's all clean and I didn't miss anything. I'll be doing the same thing for my little butter guy, my little butter dish, which I'll be drying the inside, bottom, the outside, making sure that I didn't leave any marks of food or anything left over. And it's the same thing repeated for my other liquid measuring cup.